Alright, how's everybody doing today? Back again with another video for you guys. And today, we're going to be doing my full review of the Azulle Quantum Access Stick PC. So, I've been using this for a while. I think I pretty much got a handle on everything I want to cover for you guys. So, it's full review time. So, let's go. Jumping right into it, what I want to do is just talk about the specs real quick, then we're going to move on. So, spec-wise, this little stick PC has 2 gigs of DDR3 RAM, 32 gigs of onboard built-in flash storage, micro SD card expansion, Bluetooth 4.0, and Wi-Fi BGNN. So, no AC, no 5 gigahertz, just BGNN 2.4 gigahertz band Wi-Fi. And Bluetooth 4.0. Alright. So that's just a basic rundown of the specs. Oh, and it has an Intel Atom quad-core processor in it, clocked at 1.33 gigahertz. So there you go. Next, what I want to do for you guys is talk about the overall build quality and design of the stick PC. Now, follow me on Google Plus if you want to see pictures and stuff of the stick PC. I'm not going to spin my TV around and talk about it. I already did that in the unboxing and first impressions. But from a design standpoint, I would say that the stick PC is constructed quite well. Now, there's no rattling or creaking of any kind, and it's actually very light and very portable. And I must say, I really am liking the fact that as long as I have an HDMI port, then I have access to a full-blown desktop computer. And it's pretty cool that it pretty much fits in my pants pocket. So that's pretty cool. Just a testament to the build quality and design there. But there is a negative, however. I do notice that, at least with my TV here, it is the HDMI port is a little bit more chunkier than I would like. So plugging in the stick PC means I can't plug in things like my Chromecast or something else that has an HDMI connection. So does take a hit there. Now there is a newer model. I may pick that up somewhere down the line and see if they fix that issue. But it is what it is. So that pretty much goes over the build quality and design for you guys. Also, I wanted to point out before I move on, the manufacturer said that the device may get quite hot, but I have noticed that in my particular testing, I have not ran into any issues, and the unit itself is very quiet, so there's no problems there, and it should be quiet considering that it's a fanless design. So they just use vents and stuff to control airflow. So no issues there. Just wanted to point that out. Next, what I want to talk about with you guys are the ports in this guy. Now, when we talk about the ports, this is where this little guy takes a little bit of a hit, because it only really has 3 ports and a micro SD card slot. It has 1 full-size USB port and 2 micro USB ports for power. Now, that's neither bad nor good, but it depends on just what type of person you are. Now, I was already prepared for this sort of thing, so I already had my USB hub. So although I had 1 micro USB port, wasn't really a problem because I had my USB hub. And granted, there's no Ethernet connection in this guy. Again, that wasn't a problem because I had my USB to Ethernet adapter and I had my hub, so we have Ethernet connection. But if you're the type of person that, didn't have these things and you just picked this guy up because you thought it'd be cool, and you'd be like, oh, I thought it would have more than 1 USB port, and so now you can only really connect up a mouse or connect up a keyboard, then that might be a bummer for you. But if you're the type of person that just uses this for multimedia, watching Netflix, watching Hulu, it's really nothing for you to go out and get a wireless keyboard and mouse that's with a little dongle, or get a Bluetooth wireless keyboard and mouse. Then you're gonna enjoy this. But I just had to point that out because the lack of ports leaves something more to be desired. So just wanted to talk about that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about with you guys is the overall performance of the unit itself here. Now, I pretty much set up this guy with everything that I used on a daily basis. And you can see when it's at rest, when I'm not really doing much, I still have a lot of background processes going on. So the memory in here is pretty much almost always close to being maxed out. And the CPU really depends on what I'm doing. But I found that from an overall daily performance standpoint, it performs good. It performs good. It's not the best. It does have its weak points, but it does perform and do everything that I needed to do. And I haven't really had any issues. That being said, I did notice a big performance difference. And I think I would probably equate that to the difference in RAM. Because, I was wondering if I can get away with having a PC set up with 2 gigs of RAM. And, I did notice a slight performance hit. It wasn't bad enough for me to want to go back to my desktop, but I did notice it, so I had to point it out for you guys. But generally speaking, the overall performance of the Stick PC is pretty good. So now, I had a YouTube video loaded up, and this is over Wi-Fi, as you guys can see. And we're just going to go ahead and let it play a few seconds. And what's also nice is that this guy also supports 1080p output. So if you have a 1080p, you have a 720p TV, should hook up and work with no problems as long as you have an HDMI port. But just wanted to throw that one out there. Now let me play a few seconds of this YouTube video, and we're going to keep it moving. The Amazon Review Club. So we got another one brought down the pipe thanks to the Amazon Review Club. So this evening what I have for you guys is my unboxing and first impressions. Alright, so now y'all can see it plays. Let me hit refresh so you can see how quick it loads up. So it does take a few seconds. It's really nice. So I really like this user manual. They really put in every. But as you can see, it's not bad. It performs quite well. There's no buffering, so it works. So if you're picking this up because you want a multimedia device, then it's going to work. You're not going to have any issues. Now, what I want to do is run a speed test for you guys so you can see. Keep in mind that I do have a ton of things connected up to my Wi-Fi, so that is going to affect the test a little bit, but I just want y'all to see what type of speed you're going to be getting with the built-in Wi-Fi module on this guy. Keep in mind, there's a lot of factors that go into this, but anyways, let's just run the test. And as y'all seen, and as I've been saying, the Wi-Fi performance on this is pretty good. It's not the best. I do notice a difference from my desktop to this, but it works, and I can still do everything I need to do on a regular basis. And if you get certain things like I have the USB hub, but I also have the Ethernet adapter, then you may get closer to the speeds that you're used to seeing on your desktop. But if you don't want to go out and spend that extra money, you just want to get a wireless keyboard and mouse and use what's on the system, maybe get a micro SD card, then you're not going to have any problems. You may notice a performance dip, but it should still be able to do everything that you need it to do on a regular basis. So there goes the scores for you guys. So that was the Wi-Fi test. Gave y'all a little bit of a video test so you guys can see just how it performs. Keep in mind, that this is a little bit different from what I do on a daily basis. I actually do a lot on my PC on a daily basis, aside from uploading YouTube videos, because although I can upload these YouTube videos from my phone, I still have to go back in and edit descriptions and add links. So generally what I do is I just upload it, transfer the video to my PC and upload it to YouTube that way. This way, while it's uploading, I can go ahead and fill in the description and the links. And that way, when it's done, just push publish, and then it goes straight out to you guys. And in that respect, I would have to say, I noticed the performance difference. It is a tad bit slower, but I was still able to, upload a video to YouTube and upload it out to you guys. Still relatively at the same speed as my normal desktop, because the unboxing and first impressions videos that you guys have seen on my channel as of the last week have been uploaded and edited and descriptions filled in using this stick PC here, and I must say that it performed good. Didn't have any issues. Did notice a little bit of a performance hit, but I was still able to do everything without a problem. So that's just a little testament to the overall performance of this guy, Yeah. So now what I want to do is go ahead and talk about the positives and negatives. Then we're going to talk about the price, and we're going to wrap this video up. So let's start off with the positives. Now, you're getting a very well constructed PC in the palm of your hand. It could easily fit into a jeans pocket and things of that nature, backpack, purse. So it makes it very portable. Very portable indeed. You still have a lot of features in this guy. You have Wi-Fi, you got Bluetooth, things of that nature. So you're good on that front. Now, you do get good performance. It's not the best, but it does work. So, just had to point that out. We're going to throw that in the positive section. Alright. That pretty much wraps up the positives. And now let's talk about some of the negatives. Number one, the RAM does leave a little bit more to be desired. It probably would have been cool if they featured it out the box with 4 gigs of RAM. This way you would notice less of a performance hit, at least in my opinion. 2, the lack of ports. The lack of ports. Now, I understand that y'all had to make sacrifices somewhere. But you could at least throw in, at the bare minimum, 2 USB ports. 1 USB port, that means that I'm going to have to go find a wireless keyboard and mouse with a dongle, or find something that supports Bluetooth if I want to be able to, 1, use that. I'm going to have to do that. And 2, if I want to be able to use the stick PC and still connect other things, then I'm going to have to go find that Bluetooth enabled product or things of that nature. So the lack of ports is a big negative. Other than that, another negative would be the lack of AC Wi-Fi. Now, as I said, the Wi-Fi wasn't really an issue because it still performed like I needed to, but not being able to take advantage of the full power of my router, it makes me a little sad. So it would have been nice if they included AC Wi-Fi so I could take advantage of that 5 GHz band and get them nice crispy speeds pumping. So it's a negative that you only have access to the Wi-Fi A, B, G, and N, 2.4 GHz. It would have been nice to have the AC, 2.4 and 5 GHz. But it is what it is. Even still, that's still a negative in my book. That pretty much wraps up the positives and negatives. now let's talk about the price. Now I picked this up via Amazon and it came very quickly. Kudos Amazon. And after shipping and handling and tax, came up to about $84 or $83 and change. Let's just call it 84. And you guys may be wondering after this whole video, am I going to be keeping this guy around? Do I recommend that you pick this guy up? And, one, yes, I am going to be keeping this guy around. I'm going to be using this to replace my desktop, because I've had my desktop for a while. It's time to retire that boy and bring this new kid in. And as I've said, it still does everything that I needed to do on a daily basis, so that's not an issue. So yes, I will be keeping this around and using it for the foreseeable future. Now, can I recommend that you guys pick this up? Well, it depends. Depends on a few things. One, you really have to know what you're going to be doing on a daily basis and how intensive that's going to be. If you're doing, a lot of word processing, a lot of spreadsheets, you should be okay. If you're doing multimedia, Netflix, YouTube, Pandora, Hulu, you should be okay. But, and this is where I say but, if you're the type of person that likes to indulge in the PC gaming, you know what I'm saying? You want to do that League of Legends, you want to play that Battlefield at 1080p, you know what I'm saying? If you want to do all that, you may want to look elsewhere, but that's completely dependent on you. So, can I recommend that you guys pick this up? If you're someone that uses your PCs similar to the way that I use my PCs, then yes. If not, it strictly depends on you. Alright, so that pretty much wraps up this full review. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please help your boy out and give it a thumbs up. That really does help me out. You don't know how much. Also, don't forget, all links to where to purchase this will be down in the video description, along with everything else that I used in this particular setup here. So the Sabrent hub, the Cable Matters Ethernet adapter, all those links will be down in the video description, including links on where you could pick up this stick PC. Alright, that being said, if you enjoyed the video and you want to see more raw, uncut content like this, please hit the subscribe button down below so you get notified as soon as new videos become available on YouTube. And lastly, and as always, if you know anyone out there looking for some high quality performing devices and products at some really great prices, please share with them my channel, because I'm doing this for everyone, because we all deserve the best. Alright, I hope everyone has a great day, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.